Hey knitters, have you ever wanted to spin your own yarn to knit with? You know, from fiber. Spin it, then knit it. There are probably a lot of mental roadblocks you have. Stay tuned and I'm going to show you the easiest way to jump into this spinning business. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm coming to you today from the foothills of the Colorado Rocky Mountains. I'm a knitter, crocheter, spinner, dyer, and seamstress. Crochet, spin, knit, dye, I think that's it, spinner. Did I say that? Anyway, and today I want to help maybe unpack a little bit how you can jump into spinning your own yarn. I think there are a lot of mental roadblocks that you might have. You see people at a fiber festival, you watch people on YouTube and you think, oh, I'd love to do that. It's so fun, but I can't because it's too involved. It's not, and I'm gonna help you figure out a way that might be possible for you to do that. In fact, I know it'll be possible for you to do that. First, I want to thank you guys for the comments on my last podcast. Hilarious. I mean, I read those and I chuckle out loud. They are so funny. I talked on my last podcast about advents and yarn clubs, and some of your comments, literally I was in stitches. It was so fun. I also wanted you to comment on how many hours a week you knit. And I think the average was about 7. That's kind of what AI and I figured out. Some people knit 20, 30, 40 hours a week. Can you believe that? Every day. And some people knit 2, 3, 4. So it was all across the board. I think it averaged out to about 7. And I kind of think that's what I do too. Sometimes it's a little less and sometimes it's a little bit more, but probably an average of 7. So I think we're kind of all right in there. Obviously it depends on if you're retired or you're working. So people steal a few moments when they can. Today I wanted to show you Oh my gosh, you guys, my last video, when I wore my vest that I was wearing inside out the entire video, I about died. It was so funny. My sister was on vacation and I texted her, I'm like, you'll never believe what I did. I just wore my vest inside out the entire podcast. Who does that? Most people would have re-recorded, not me. That's just how I am. And you guys were so nice. You were like, oh, it looked good, till I knew it was inside out. Yep. Pretty funny, but I had a good chuckle. I laughed about it for weeks. Thank you for being gracious. Today I have finished my cocktail cardigan. This is by Marie-Christine Levrisk. I don't know how to say it. It looks French. And this cardigan was a work of love for me. Let me grab the little yarn. I bought this yarn two years ago. When my husband was in England, I had it sent to his mom's house, and it's from the Raw Wool Company, and it's called Rum and Raisin, and this is the color, the natural color of the sheep. I'm going to show you, and it is Rum and Raisin. I mean, it's so good. Let me get out of it. Can you see? So this is undyed natural color yarn, and it's the undyed British Zwarbles, and you have to look up a Zwarble. They're the cutest things. Maybe I'll look it up. I'll put a picture up. And also Wensleydale. But it's this beautiful color, and when I was knitting it, I bought 4 skeins last year, and I'm knitting along and I'm like, I haven't even started the sleeves. There's no way I'm gonna have enough. I need another skein. But because it's natural yarn, or with any yarn, trying to, a year later, get a skein of yarn that matches is, that's a pretty big gamble. And so I didn't get the same batch, but I did a helical knitting where I joined it here, and then I just did the base of the rest of the sleeve in the second color, and I truly, even in the light, can't tell. So maybe they were identical. I think there was a little bit of difference, but you can't tell. I think this one might be a little darker. The original batch 1. But I knit the cocktail cardigan. I love it. And I didn't think I would because I thought, oh, it's too baggy. I'm not gonna, let me just see if I can stand up. It's kind of this oversized kind of boyfriend sweater. I love it so much. And while I was knitting it, I thought, this yarn is like so rough and it's not gonna be fun and I'm gonna hate wearing it. It is so warm, it is so comfortable. I wear it every day off. I learned a lot knitting it. One of the things that it did was this, where the, what's it called? When the button band is worked at the same time as the body, which if you have knit a cardigan, going back and doing the button band, you're just like, oh my gosh, seriously? Now I feel like I'm almost done and I have to do the button band. But this was knit as you'd knit the cardigan. And it turns out so good. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. Oh, you can see. It's so dark. I don't know that you can see. But it turns out so good and it's so easy. And then when you're done, you're done. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So hooray, that was done. So anyway, my husband was there again, visiting his mother, and I had another skein sent. And that's how I got the second skein. Anyway, I wanted to let you know, thanks for the well wishes regarding his mother. She did pass while he was there. He got there and within a couple days, she did pass. So I'm just so grateful that he got there in time. And one of the things that I told him was, you know, get a mug, because they're big tea drinkers, you know, get one of her mugs. And it sounded like a silly thing, but he did. And sure enough, he drinks out of it all the time. And I did that with my mom. And I feel like sometimes, again, I'm just having a cup of tea with my mom, like, or a cup of coffee. And I literally say that. I say, Mom, let's have some coffee. And I take one of her mugs and I have some coffee with her and some tea. So that was good that he did that. And then I got from her, and it's full of stuff, this little basket. He brought this for me. And it's this little basket that closes. See if I can do it. Oh my goodness gracious. It has a cinch at the top. Anyway, it was his grandmother's. So to get this is, to me, priceless. And I have it sitting right next to my knitting chair. And I will treasure it. So that is good. All right. What I want to do now is talk a little, I want to say one thing. And you guys, I'm going to try not to edit this very much because it's a long time. And that's part of the reason that it takes me so long to podcast, is because I know it's this endeavor. So I'm going to try and streamline it, not edit it as much, and just kind of feel like we're having a conversation. So if that's okay with you, the bloopers are staying in. But I did want to say I have a couple of friends, knitting friends, that have started podcasts. And one of them is the bag, you've seen me talk about the Pendleton bags. They make bags out of Pendleton wool, and they're in Oregon. And it's a mom, a daughter, and the daughter-in-law. Well, the two younger ones have started a podcast, and they had their first one. And they did a really good job. And I want you to please go visit them, like and subscribe to them, and comment. And the other one is called Kind of Loopy, and she's another knitting friend that I have, and she's in Tennessee. So I'm going to put both of those links up, and if you'd please go visit them and subscribe and like, it helps get them going. And it's funny because I was watching Knitty McPurley, who I talk about all the time, and she was talking about subscribing, how important it is. And it is important. And when I was on Instagram the other day, there was a subscribe button, and I hit it, and it's actually, you have to pay. And so then it made me think, do people think if they subscribe that they have to pay? You don't have to pay. You just hit subscribe, and all it does is the next time you go on YouTube, it pulls, and if the person you subscribe to has a video up, it pulls it to the top of your feed. That's all it does. So subscribing doesn't cost anything, but it's super, super important to the algorithms of a YouTube podcast. It puts it out there in front of other knitters who may have just typed in knitting podcast. So if you'd please go to those two and like and subscribe, I would appreciate it, just as a favor to me. And also, if you haven't subscribed to mine, I'd appreciate that too. It makes it worthwhile if you know people are watching. You want to keep going. And then I wanted to say, we're in a different location today. Normally I'm outside. I could be outside because it is so warm outside here in Colorado. We've had 1 or 2 snowstorms, very short, very small, very little water, snow. And it's been 60, 70 degrees. I think it was the warmest Christmas Eve we'd had. And I was looking at the weather pattern, and it's because the jet stream is unusually high, and we're in this little bubble down here. So all around us is getting snow. The Northeast is getting snow. The Northwest is getting snow, and we're in this bubble. It feels like Phoenix, truly. Some days I don't even wear a coat to work, and it's December, January. So we'll see. Just pray for snow because the mountains need snow, or we have wildfires. Speaking of mountains, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys saw the news about the mountain lion attack. It's probably not even 20 miles from here. And it's a mountain that my husband typically runs at by himself. He's there all the time training because he's a mountain trail runner. And there was a hiker that was attacked and killed by a mountain lion. And it was on New Year's Day, and I was standing in the kitchen with my husband, and he's on search and rescue. So he gets the call to go to a recovery, which there's a rescue and a recovery. Recovery means you're recovering a body, you're bringing it down. And it said mountain lion attack, and it said where it was. And I just looked at him. I mean, all the blood went out of my body, and I thought, how many times do I tell you, please don't run by yourself? And apparently now we find out that up in that area, there had been several altercations by other hikers and runners with mountain lions. So that's so heavy on my heart right now. And I'm so sorry for her family. Anyway, it's one of the perils that we have living where we live. And then we got a notification in our neighborhood that there was one just on the other side of the golf course. So we keep our pets in, or we're out with them. My husband sits out with those kittens in the yard with his chair. He sits out with them and guards them. But we have to. So we wanted to make sure they're safe. They're so good, by the way. Oh, best thing of 2025 were our kittens, for sure. And if you don't know, we rescued for a whole litter of kittens in the summer. Not planning on keeping them. We were just going to foster them, and they're just delightful. They are so much fun. And our other cats love them so much, and they headbutt all the time. And yeah, we're a little family now. So it's very good. Okay, and I wanted to tell you, you've never seen this side of my knitting room. This is my redo behind me. So for Christmas, my husband said, what would you like? And I said, I don't really need anything, but my knitting room makes me a little anxious when I'm in here because I have so much yarn I want to knit, and I can't see it because it's shoved. And I just want some glass shelves behind me so that I can put it all on display and organize it, but keep it from the moths. And so that's what I did. I said, I want the shelves and I want you to put them together. So before Christmas, I was like putting my yarn in. I found such good yarn I found 2 sweater quantities of cashmere. I have no idea where I got it or when I got it, but I'm so excited to knit it. So that's what's behind me. This is my knitting chair. It's where I knit and rock, and I put my legs up. So now you're getting to see a little sneak peek of where I knit. And my sewing machine is right over there. My spinning wheels are there. Window and 3 kitty beds here. And TV right in front of me. So someday I'll give you a tour of my yarn room. It's nothing special. It's just eclectic and what I've put together. But right now I want to tell you about spinning. So, and I will tell you, I have several finished objects that I will talk about after the spinning. So if you are wanting to spin yarn, probably the main drawback you have in your head is it's expensive to buy a spinning wheel, and they are expensive. They're pricey. And buying an old one is kind of hard unless you have live in a community where there is someone who can repair them and get it up and running for you and are there parts. So you can buy them secondhand. You just have to be careful. And so there's the two things that probably hold you back are price and the learning curve. Both are valid. So my spinning journey is I wanted to do this so bad. My sister had a spinning wheel, and every time I went to a fiber festival, I saw people spinning and I'm like, gosh, I just want to do that. I love the organic feel of creating something from the beginning and spinning your yarn and then knitting with it. But I didn't know how to get started. I didn't know if I could do it, and all the questions that you're having, I had to. So I did make the decision that I was going to buy a wheel, and I bought it from our local one of our local yarn shops that kind of specializes in spinning and looms and all kinds of things. We're so fortunate to have them. It's called Lamb Spun of Colorado. And so I decided on a Schacht Ladybug. But they were a couple months out. They were behind in production. They've since been sold, so I don't know if they were winding down at that point. But anyway, so that's what I wanted. That's what my sister had. It was a nice, solid entry-level wheel. Now, Schacht is a really, really nice spinning wheel company, and they are based in Boulder, just south of me, 28 miles south. But I was so anxious, and like I do, once I decide to do something, it's like I'm all in. I'm 2 feet in. And so what was happening is my husband and my son were taking a trip. My husband had a race in the Pyrenees Mountains, and my son was going with him. So I knew they would be gone for 3 weeks, and I'd have no obligation. So I wanted to sign up for the class, which I did. I signed up for a spinning class. It was 3 Fridays, I think, 3 half days. But my spinning wheel wasn't in, so it was kind of a conundrum. So I looked on Craigslist, and lo and behold, there was an Ashford, I think Kiwi. I can't remember what it was, for sale. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy that, and then I'll sell it when I get mine. But that way I can practice at home nonstop because I have no one at home. That's what I wanted to do. So I got the spinning wheel, and she had used this spinning wheel one time and couldn't get the hang of it and said, I just don't want to try. So I got the deal of the century, brand new Ashford spinning wheel. And so I set and I spin and I spin and I spin every night after work. I just practice and practice and practice. So I thought that was great. Then my spinning wheel came in, and I decided I would make my Ashford the plying wheel. So I got the bigger bobbin, and that's what I used that for. And then I was at another festival, and there was a Schacht matchless, and I thought, yeah, I'll try. What's the difference? It was like the Rolls Royce of wheels. It is so wonderful. So for Mother's Day or something, I asked for that. So now I have 3, right? So which is crazy. That is my goal for 2026. I'm going to sort out what I really use and probably sell 2 of them. Anyway, and then it was a little bit of a problem because I really wanted to spin while I was camping. So I thought, I'll take the Ashford camping. And so I did that a couple times. And it's just hard because it's dusty and it's probably not good for a wheel. Then I'd been seeing online these electric wheels. And I thought, I'm going to get an electric wheel to take camping. And I'd seen these wheels called the Electric Eel Spinning Wheels by Dreaming Robots. And they were very inexpensive. And I thought, I'm just going to wait this out and kind of see how this is. And so I joined a Facebook group and kind of watched it and checked for feedback. And I mean, they're sold out all the time. So the electric eel, let me tell you about it. Let's see. It's kind of interesting how he started. It's this engineer. He's an engineer, and he developed Dreaming Robots in 2029. He was the principal engineer of Qualcomm. And so he transitioned to full-time Dreaming Robots in 2017 because he had developed this very affordable electric spinning wheel. And it keeps getting better and better and better. So my sister bought one, and I'll put a picture up here. On last year when we went to camping, I said, bring that. I'm gonna bring a portable battery and I'm gonna try and spin out there. So here's a picture of me doing that. And I did it. And then, so this year for my birthday in October, that's what I asked for. Now here's the coolest thing. This spinning wheel and all the bobbins, 6 bobbins fit in this bag. So you can see, you can take it anywhere. So it has a portable battery and it has comes with 6 bobbins. Now I'm gonna put up the page online that tells about the different kinds. There's a nano, which is a teeny one. And if you go to fiber festivals, you see people that are in the booths spinning with these little teeny wheels. They're like this big, and a little e-spinner. And then there's this one, which is the 6.1. And then they're just come out with a new one called a fold, and it literally collapses and you can fit it into this little bag. So you could take it on the airplane. I don't know if you could get the battery on the airplane actually, but if you could plug it in on the airplane if it has electricity. Anyway, so I am going to set up this wheel now and show you what it's all about. So here we go. So like I said, here is the bag that I keep it in. It comes with 6 bobbins. This is the yarn, the fiber that I spun to test with while I was camping. This is really pretty silk and wool. This is what I have been working on this break because I have a little project in mind that I'm going to show you guys or talk about. But literally, I put my instructions in here, the extra bobbins. This is the dog hair I've been spinning, which I'll talk about that later. Do you remember me collecting dog hair? This is as far as I've gotten. I need to backtrack and redo. And then here's the spinning wheel. That's as big as it is. You can see me holding it. And I have the this spinning wheel, you can use it 2 ways for your source of power. You can slide in this battery pack, which slides right in the bottom. Let me just do that a little bit differently. So they give you online the link to Amazon to get this battery. It's $35. So that can be a power source, or of course you can plug it in if you're inside or outside on your patio like I do. And it has a little foot pedal. So you stop and start it kind of like a sewing machine. Here's the little foot pedal. I guess you can do it like this if you're spinning and you want to use your hand, or I use my foot. And that plugs in as well. You adjust the speed right here. It has the, I can't think what this is called. The thing that you pull it in the yarn through, but it's a magnet right there. He is a brilliant engineer, I'm telling you. You can change the direction of your spinning, whether you're plying or spinning. It's brilliant. So this is what I wanted to tell you. This particular one is $299. They start at, I think, $220 for the smaller one. I did this one because I do want to ply my yarn, and I mean, I guess you can with the other ones. I just wanted a heavy duty e-spinner, and once you put the battery in the bottom, it doesn't move at all. So I put it on a table outside on my patio, and I can sit outside and spin. I can take it camping. I can spin inside, and it's super fast. I've gotten a little bit lazy because I love this so much. You know my experience with that woolly winder on my matchless, so I'm a little bit frustrated. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. What I'm going to do is spin. I've already started. Here's one of my skeins it's actually this fiber that I got in Craig when I went. Do you remember that podcast? And then this one is what I've spun. And I'm going to partake in a spin along this year. And this, I think, is going to be my contrast color. I might do a little color work. I've wanted to spin this up for a long time, this fiber. Okay, so I've changed. There goes a cat. I changed, and I'll tell you what this is. But I hope that was interesting to you. Now, that only solves your price problem. So for just over $200, you can get into a little nano spinner. It doesn't mean that you're going to pick it up and be able to spin right away. I do suggest lessons. So you can take lessons if there's a local spinning shop near you, or I would just maybe even advertise someone who spins that would sit with you and just kind of get you started. I remember being so frustrated even after the 3 weeks that I had spun when my husband got back, and I'm like, I just can't do this. And he said, you said that about knitting. You were so frustrated about knitting. And I'm like, you know what? You are right. You're right. I said the same thing about knitting. So now I'm going to be a spinner. And it was amazing. So I'm now a spinner. That was like 4 years ago. So I think I just like it. It's very therapeutic to be pulling that. It's super fun to take it from a little more of an organic, spinning it yourself, feeling the fiber, knowing what's in it, and creating then a garment or a pair of socks or whatever you make. I've only really made a couple things with my hand spun yarn. Let me get it for you real quick. So I guess I hadn't done that in a long time because I actually found a lot more than I thought I had. So interestingly enough, when I was practicing, I went to Hobby Lobby and got just some really inexpensive, big, huge, bulky yarn. It was fiber. It was fiber. You know what? I have it. Let me get it. It was this, and I don't remember what it was called. It's 100% acrylic, but it pulls. So you can see, if you undo it a little bit, it pulls and you can spin it. It pulls perfectly. It actually was really, really good to practice on because it pulls perfectly. It's so easy. I think they still have it, but that was amazing. And just because I didn't want to waste fiber trying to practice, but this is what it turned out. This is one of my first ones. Haven't made anything with it because it's 100% acrylic. But here are some of the other ones that I've done. This was one of the first ones. I made a vest out of this. It was so pretty. I have made a pair of mitts. I made a pair of mitts for my mother-in-law. I practiced plying with string. So this was I did a single ply and then I plied it with string. That was an experiment. Haven't used that. This was some beautiful fiber that my sister bought me for Christmas. It turned out really, really pretty. Don't remember what that was. Probably another something that she gave me. Oh, you guys, this was also that Hobby Lobby acrylic fiber. I did a lot of practicing. That's what I practiced on, and it was amazing. It truly was amazing. It pulled so easy. This was Malabrego. Not sure what that one was. They're pretty chunky. I've gotten a lot better. This I also plied with, I think I plied with mohair on this. And then I did 6 I did so much of this because I wanted to make a sweater quantity. So I have 6 skeins of this. Now, I don't know if it's plied perfectly, and so that's why I haven't knit with it, but I'm not sure now looking at it that it's really that bad. I just don't know that it will have a lot of give, but I think I can just knit with it. I should just make a sweater. So those are the things that I've worked on. Like anything that you do, it just takes time and takes practice. But the biggest part is having the wheel because it's so expensive to get started. So I suggest that you go and look into the wheel. Let me just look again. Let me see how much that was. You can ask for it for your birthday or what's coming up? Valentine's Day. I will put this picture up. It looks like the Nano is $139. The Nano is $139 and it comes with everything. So for $139, you get bobbins, you get the pedal. You don't get the power if you want the portable power battery, but you do get an plug-in. What do you call it? AC? Yeah, so for $139, you can give it a try. But don't get frustrated if you don't take a lesson and plan on practicing and practicing and practicing. But the Hobby Lobby fiber is a really good way to, I think it's $10. So for $150, you can give this spinning a try, and I think you should because it's super, super fun. So I want to tell you about another podcaster that I've watched. Now, you know that one of my favorite podcasters, and I did this very early on in my podcasting, was a woman in Cardiff, England, and her name is Lynn. And I started watching her during COVID because she was on every week. And she's just funny. I just connected with her. She has me in stitches every single episode. So if you haven't watched her, you need to go back. Anyway, she stopped for like 2 years, but she came back. And I know that I had talked about her enough that some of you guys that are viewers said, did you notice that Lynn's back? And so I'm really happy she's podcasting every week. She has a regular podcast one week, and then the next week it's like, I think she calls it Knitter Natter, and she just chats. So you do feel like you're just chatting with someone, and it's great. So watch her. I'm going to put a link in, but she's actually the reason that I decided to take the leap into spinning, because during that COVID time, she bought a wheel and started spinning, and I thought, you know what, get with it. So I did. And so I'm very grateful to her. And so now that she's back on, I do watch her every week, and she has started a spin along. And so it's from now until November, and you just spin enough yarn and make something. So it's going to be a pretty easy one. You could make a hat if that's where you're at. You can make a colorwork sweater. You could make just a tee. So it'll be really, really fun. I hope you guys get this spinning bug and get started. No more excuses. I'm going to put the hashtag, which is hashtag Calon Spinalong. There's a Ravelry group. I'll put her link to her YouTube. Please watch her, and same thing, subscribe. She's amazing and she's so funny. Like I said, every time she has me in stitches. We're a little bit alike in that we do dive into things. She was talking about soap making, because I thought, I mean, in fact, my girlfriends for my birthday gave me this craft book and I had soap making. And so when she said she was making soap, I'm like, oh my gosh, I so want to do that. My sister and I do the same thing. It's like, we're going to do candles, then we're going to do something. We've made so many things. We buy things and think, okay, we're going to make this, we're going to make this. And then we have all the equipment. We're going to do bead making. We're going to make stitch markers. We're going to sew. We're going to do all these things. Anyway, it's so funny. We're going to knit. We're going to crochet. We're going to spin. So maybe all crafters are like that, but she has me in stitches. She's so funny. It was funny because on the last one, when she was looking for her fiber, she's like, I don't know that if I have fiber. And of course, like most of us, she went into her stash and was very surprised at how much fiber she had. So anyway, give her a listen, a watch, like and subscribe to her too. You'll enjoy her. She's really fun. Okay, I think that is with the spinning. That's all I'm going to talk about with the spinning. I will tell you what I have on. I finished my Roma. This is my Roma. So I have a little bit of a problem here. This is not staying. I might, because I don't think I'll ever wear it open. So I might just do a tack from the inside. Can you see that? This is made out of that, don't judge me, the possum. And apparently the possums do not live. But here's the situation with the possums. I had to research it. Someone introduced possums to New Zealand. They're not native to New Zealand, and they have destroyed the habitat. There's no natural predator in New Zealand for them, and so the farmers and the ranchers have a problem with the possums. So they're trying to, they really want to get them out completely. They're not even trying to manage it. They need them off the island. So that's where I got the yarn. Oh, sorry. The wind. I have the window open. It is that nice. It is January, 1st of January in Colorado, and I have the window open. But the yarn was delightful. It is so soft. It's merino and possum, and it has this haze to it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So that, I made the Roma vest by, this one took me a long time. I thought it's going to be an easy knit. I learned a lot. The pattern, as I mentioned before, was excellent. And do you think I would have the name of it? The name of the designer? Oh, Mochi Knits. And I had mentioned before that the pattern was excellent. It had videos. This has a double knit button band. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I had never done one before. It's super cool. So unlike a button band that's knit as part of the pattern, you start down here and you're double knitting on both sides. You're picking up all the way and you knit up. You double knit on both sides. But look how pretty the edge is. Isn't that pretty? So I learned a lot. I did a lot. It was a lot of, this collar was a little bit difficult, but I did it. And it was I-cord armholes and lots of different things. But I love, love, love it. And I've actually worn it a lot. Another thing, I don't think I had finished these autumnal socks. Had I finished these on the last video? I don't think so. My goal was to do them by Thanksgiving, and I did. I think on Thanksgiving Day. So because I haven't podcasted since then, I don't think that they are so cute. It's like this waffle pattern. And I did this tweed of yarn that my sister gave me years and years ago. I think it was an old Knit Picks yarn. And then I knit another Thursday shawl. And you guys know I love this little shawl, and I have worn this a lot too. If you have not knit the Thursday shawl, so darn cute. It's just cute because unlike the petite knit one, it has a little, it's funny because I have collar, but it lays so cute and it's super easy. I told you that I make it shorter and I don't make it as deep. I love this shawl. This is my fourth one, I think. And then when I was digging through my room here, trying to sort things out, like I said, I found a lot of yarn that I want to knit, so that's good. So I'm gonna do that. But I also found this little single ball of cashmere. I think I got it in Estes Park at the Stitching Den, and I made an ivory petite knit Sophie shawl, and I've worn that too. I just wished it would get cold enough that I need to wrap up and wear these things. I'm wearing them to work and I'm literally dying. It's so hot. So that's the softest of all softest soft. It's so soft. This is so squishy and soft. And again, I don't make them as wide because maybe I have a short neck. Who knows? But I made one of those. The other thing that I did that I've wanted to do for so long is fix this sweater. So while I was digging through my yarn, trying to get it sorted, I found another couple balls of this yarn that I had bought when I first started knitting, and it was an old Knit Picks tweed, city tweed DK. And I knit, I call it the Birmingham sweater, even though it's not, it's the no frill sweater. But I had to go to Birmingham for a business trip, and that's when I started knitting this sweater. And it was the first petite knit pattern I'd ever done, and it's super easy. But if you don't know, her patterns are very oversized. So I was making the medium, thinking I'm a medium, and I literally got almost done with the body, and I'm like, this is so, it's huge. It's very oversized anyway. So I did rip all the way back, and it's the first pattern that I kind of fit and altered. But I was in a phase then of knitting cropped sweaters to wear over a shift dress and 3/4 sleeves. So I was finding I wasn't really wearing the sweater because I don't really wear 3/4 sleeves in the winter, and I wanted to wear them with pants. So what I did, which is something I always tell myself that I'm gonna do, but I never do, is I went and I lengthened the sleeves by about 3 or 4 inches, and I also lengthened the body. So I'm really proud of myself that I did that, because I've wanted to do that to like 3 of my sweaters. I have one more sweater that I think I will do that with, and I'll wear it more. It's one of my favorite sweaters. I also did, I don't know if you watched my Instagram, but I had reposted something that someone had done about crocheting the tag. So the person had done it in a different color, but I don't know if you guys struggle, but sometimes it's hard to see what's the front and the back. So I did it with the same color, and I just made a little crocheted single chain so that when I put it on, I know what's the front and the back. And especially a simple raglan sweater like this, sometimes you're kind of like holding it up and trying to figure out where the front and the back is. So that's what I did on that, and I'm really, really pleased with myself. So I have one more thing I'm gonna show you, and that is my sweaters. My other sweater that I finished. So I'll be right back. This is my CMC sweater by Yanwen Kwan. I don't know if I've said that right. Leslie Friend made this, and I had the yarn, the same color, the same yarn. I had the same yarn, same color. So I thought I'm gonna make that. Now, I didn't have enough, so my sister Knits ordered me some more, and I finished it. It's Aran weight, so it goes really quickly. I think I blocked it too much. It's a little bit, it has this really cool side and down the sleeves as well. And then it has these big long cuffs and a really long, I think it's knit 3 purl one. But it's so cute. I think it's just, I think I blocked it a little bit too much. I will reblock it and bring it in a little bit, but I do really like it, and it's so comfortable. I think this would be a really great cotton sweater, and maybe even do it in worsted instead. So use the Swticheroo worksheet from Knitty McPurley, free on her website. And I think I would rather make this in a worsted weight. But maybe I'll like it more when it's not so big. I made the size medium, and I did one of my famous, I was trying to use size 9 needles because that's what Leslie Friend did, and that's what I got gauge with. But I was using these needles that I just got, and I need training wheel needles. I can't use needles that look the same. I have to use needles that one color is one size, or one size is a color, and then the next size is a different color. Because I did it on half 8, half 9. which isn't really a good way to knit, I don't think, because it was a real conundrum when I got to the sleeves. I didn't know which size to use, and I didn't know which one I had used first because I didn't notice it till I took it off and was trying to put them away. I'm like, what is up here? So I do like the sweater though, super cute, and this yarn was like butter. This is, oh, I was gonna get that for you guys, darn it. It's the wool stock, I'm gonna have to, oh, here it is. It is the Extra Aran Blue Sky Fiber in colorway LEI. And it is alpaca, 55% alpaca and 45% merino. It's like butter. I couldn't even feel it in my fingers, like that possum yarn. I couldn't even feel it in my fingers. Oh, my cats are in my fiber. Oh my gosh, you guys. What? They love the big puffs of fiber. And now they're gonna play with it. I gotta get up again. Stop. You guys. Naughties. Naughties. This is the guilty one that just got in the fiber. Look how big they are. This is Sargent or Sargy. Oh, Sargy. Oh, Sargy. He's the one that just got in the big thing of fiber. But look how big they are. They're bigger than my adult cats. I don't know how big they're gonna be, but isn't he sweet? This is one of the tiger twins. Sargy. Sargy. Oh, Sargy. Oh, Sargy. They're so cute. Anyway, where was I before the debacle? Once they descend on my knitting room, it's 4 cats, 4 kittens. But you know what? They're so good. They know they don't bite my yarn anymore. They used to bite it as I was bringing it up. And all of a sudden I'd pull up an end because they chewed through it. Now they're super good. They don't cause any problems. So where was I? Oh, my sweater. I think that's it on my sweater. The next thing I'm working on are these. So it was the CMC sweater. Now I'm making the CFC vintage yak socks. This was a kit that I bought at the local yarn store. And it basically, you have this yak merino wool as the main color, and then the stripes, you bring in a mohair and do it at the same time. They're causing pandemonium in here. I left all of the stuff out. They're jumping around. So it's really fun. I just started it because I wanted something to knit. I'm going to a knitting group on Wednesday. I've been invited to a knitting group, which I'm super, super, super excited. Number 1, to get the invitation. Number 2, to go be with amazing knitters. And so I get to go and be a part of that for a couple hours. So I wanted something easy so I could talk while I was there. And once again, here is my wonderful sock. My sock bag, how you can organize, like pulling 2 at a time, because I pull 2 at a time, which means I have to pull 2 mohair, so I'm pulling 4 then at some time. So I organized it. I kept them separate with little pins. Can you see? So that one's coming out one side and one's coming out the other side. So I love this. I don't know that I'll ever use any other kind of knitting sock bag, because this is so good. You guys, I don't think I have any other knitting. I can give you some life updates if you want. I already talked about how warm it is. Let me just double check my notes. Oh, I do have one more thing. I'm gonna put up a bag of this other friend that I have, and it's Susan at Delightful Works, and she just put this on Instagram today. And I guess it's a big, big bag, but if you're a crocheter, especially a granny square crocheter, I thought this bag was so cool. So check her Etsy shop out. I'll put that on too. But I think that's all the knitting I have, and knitting and crocheting. I have this cute little cup. This was given to me by one of my colleagues, and it's a knitting cat, Lucky Cat. She's from the Philippines, and so she brought me this. I think she actually got it in Seattle, but isn't that cute? Okay. Let's see, what else is happening in my life? It's January. I'm always so happy to have January come because leading up into December, and December is crazy, crazy, crazy for me, as if you can imagine. So I don't get any downtime until the first of the year. And then it's very short because we have an estate sale, our estate jewelry, we have only put it on sale once a year. And then we have Valentine's Day, and then we do a repair month, and then we do Mother's Day. So really summer is what I'm looking forward to. But again, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to have a job. I'm grateful to have a job that I like and have an income that I can buy yarn. What else? My son is on Christmas break from CU. He's an electrical engineer. He graduates in May. He is backpacking through Peru right now. He is very adventurous, is having the time of his life. And yeah, I'm really excited for him. My daughter is in Phoenix. She didn't come home for Christmas. She needed to work, but both of my kids will be home the end of the month. So I'm so excited to have them both home. Maybe I'll have some dining room chairs. I told my husband, find the chairs so that we can have dining room chairs. We still have not done very much. Hopefully to get blinds this month. And anyway, one thing at a time, and we will get it done eventually. What else? I don't think that's it. We were kayaking. We were kayaking on the day after Christmas. Number one, the reservoir is filling. I don't know why, because there's no water. So it's kind of interesting, but it is. And we went out and had a really nice kayak. It was beautiful and calm. I probably will have put a picture in the beginning or the end of this. I've never done that before in the winter. Usually we put them away in the fall, and then it's over until usually the second week in May. So that was kind of fun. Other than that, just catching my breath and enjoying knitting and enjoying the crafting time. I'm so excited to be part of the spin along because it made me get my spinning wheel out last week, even if it's my e-spinner, and just get going. It's super fast for me. I can spin really consistent and really fast, and I don't have to pull anything over. I do miss my wooden wheels, so I have not given up on them, but I just need to sort them out, which ones I'm keeping, because I need to get rid of some. No one needs that many. I just don't have time. I get things. I was thinking today, why do you do that? It's kind of like with yarn. It's almost the therapeutic part of buying it makes you feel like you're knitting it. I'm not. I just am collecting, and I'm tired of collecting. I'm tired of collecting yarn, and I'm tired of collecting spinning wheels, so I need to sell some. And I'll do that. I think that's it, you guys. I don't know if there's anything else I need to tell you. I do have more things, but I will save that for next time. Maybe I won't wait so long before I do it. But I had a lot of finished objects, and this spinning is so exciting. I hope you give it a try. Let me know. Drop a line and let me know if you're gonna do this, because it's definitely a new adventure. But please don't give up. Don't give up. Because we're crafters and we don't give up. We keep trying until we get it done. Anyway, enjoy any downtime you might be getting in January, and until next time.